researched the mural, The Ashes, by Seth Stewart. This is located in Mena, Arkansas. Stewart is a Mena native that has always had a passion for the arts. In his early adulthood, he graduated from the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith, and then joined the military. While he was in Iraq, he painted his first mural by cutting water bottles in half and spraying paint in them. He used gun brushes to paint the wall and says, "I had to hightail it back to the bunker a few times to hunker down during mortar fire." Seth has also painted a mural in Kuwait, and he was part of the Unexpected mural project in downtown Fort Smith, Arkansas. The Unexpected is a revitalization project. The project began in 2015 and has transformed downtown Fort Smith into a world-class destination for urban and contemporary public art. The collection of permanent, semi-permanent outdoor art now includes more than 30 pieces by international artists. The project is added to in an annual week-long festival that offers activities expanding on art, music, and thought to create an enhanced cultural experience in downtown Fort Smith. He describes the project as his favorite artistic experience thus far, for he was able to work with many famous street artists from all around the world. Stewart learned the basics of creating street art from those professionals. He painted The Ashes for the American Artisan, which is a local restaurant in my hometown. The owner has a philanthropic streak and wanted downtown Mena to come back to life. This has also been a desire of many in the community for years. The owner of the restaurant, as well as Stewart, wanted other businesses to look at the mural and get inspired to do something creative with their buildings. The mural took a little under a year to complete. When dreaming of the bird, he wanted to use something majestic, but also wanted to incorporate a cardinal because it has a tie to his family. Ultimately, he mixed a phoenix with a cardinal for the look of the bird. This painting is significant to Mena in that it is just one of a few pieces of art for its rather small town. The painting is composed of many bright hues that make the piece stand out against the bland cream color of the wall. The sharp red, yellow, and orange of the bird contrast with the light blue and yellow that make up the wind. As for the composition of the bird, it is created from many small shapes that are filled in and come together to form the animal. The use of the shape gives the bird a sense of being a solid figure, unlike the wind. Movement is a key element in the piece. Stewart successfully creates movement of the bird by painting the illusion of air beneath the wings. This creates the idea that the bird is moving and has just flapped its wings before the still image was painted. The position is also important in the appearance of movement. The position of this mural gives a sense of the direction that the bird would move, moving down the wall and towards the road. The methodology of iconography can be used to describe and analyze this mural. The iconographic method emphasizes the content of art. The underlying text of this artwork is downtown Mena's rich history. In the late 19th century, Mena was known for the Kansas City Southern train route that ran through the town. At this particular time, Mena was thriving due to tourism. Eventually, the train stopped carrying passengers and the town began to decline in terms of vibrance and tourism. As stated before, the main reason Seth Stewart was commissioned to paint this mural was to inspire others to use art as a tool to make downtown seem alive again, as it had been so many years before in its prime. A phoenix is the perfect mascot to use for this campaign. In mythology, a phoenix symbolizes the rise from the ashes, and it is widely associated with resurrection. It embodies the idea of strength and perseverance. The phoenix cardinal bird of the mural symbolizes the restoration of downtown Mena, as the people in the community have persevered and survived after the decline of tourism, and are currently working to bring vibrance back to it. Aspects of this mural can be seen in post-impressionism. This particular influence designates the work of late 19th century painters whose diverse style was influenced by impressionism. These particular artists value bright color and distinctive brushstrokes. You can see that this work would be categorized as belonging to post-impressionism by the characteristics of the wind. The wind is depicted using swift brushstrokes of bright blue and yellow that swirl to depict the movement of the wind beneath the bird's wings. A very famous historical example that influenced this work is Vincent van Gogh's The Starry Night. The mural and Gogh's painting both share a strong sense of line. Other aspects of this mural can be seen in Cubism. The bird of Stewart's mural has characteristics most like synthetic Cubism. The Phoenix cardinal bird figure is made up of many geometric shapes that are colored with bright reds and oranges. The shapes correspond to each other to give the figure the look of being whole, even though it is just a sum of the parts. An example that influences work is Pablo Picasso's Three Musicians. This is also a painting designated Cubism, for the musicians of the work are made up of various shapes of color. Murals can be traced back as far as humans can. They first began as cave paintings in southern France and have developed into the street art that we know of today. Murals arguably made the greatest impact in the art world during the Renaissance period. Particularly, you can see a great influence by Michelangelo during the Italian Renaissance. It is in this time period that he painted the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel using fresco. Fresco was the main medium for ceiling and wall murals of that time period. Today, murals are an exciting form of art. They can be commissioned, such as The Ashes, or they can be painted by underground artists illegally. Regardless of the circumstances, an artist's particular style can be seen through their work. I chose this piece because it is known in my hometown as the biggest piece of artwork. I like this work for it is a strong tie to my hometown and the ideals of the community I was raised in. The piece carries psychological value to me and the people of Mena, Arkansas. We become attached to the feeling of pride that the mural gives us.